importance of recycling and the hazards of not doing so, we at the Earhart Area Block Club is determined to maintain our sustainability one neighborhood at a time. So here we go. Recycle your degradables in your biodegrades. Come on, we can save the world, y'all. It's not too late. To infinity, we got to maintain sustainability in order for our future to breathe. To keep the chlorophyll in the trees, we got to reuse and reduce and recycle everything. And with the world on my team, let's recycle. We gon' keep the world clean, go green. Going green is the key. With your participation, we can keep the world clean, go green, green. Going green is the key. With your participation, we can keep the world clean, go green, green. We going green on them, me and my team on them. We going green, go green, green. Going green is the key. With your participation, we can keep the world clean, go green. That's what's up. Wake up, wake up, wake up! You are officially on the Wake Up and Smell the Coffee show, okay? What I am here to do today is to spill the coffee beans. Now, on our agenda, what we're going to talk about, first of all, let me give a shout out to our sponsors, all right? Let's give a shout out to Stand Up Buffalo New York Challenge and Midland Recycle. We have the Infinity Recycle, we have the Recycle the Knowledge, and we also have a challenge going on right now. So what we want to do is challenge people to basically approach your politicians, approach the authorities or the quote-unquote powers that be who are in control of these situations and controlling the funding and things like that, to step up, say something, do something. If you know something, try to change it if you can. But for the most part, what we're doing here today is focusing on our Stand Up Buffalo New York Challenge. This is for our GoFundMe. This is for our GoFundMe. And basically, what we're doing is trying to raise funds to help basically people in the community. People who are incarcerated, who are facing incarceration, who are going through all types of situations and may not have the support that they need. I'm not a lawyer, but I am an advocate. So what we try to do is help people in those types of situations. Now we have to understand that I sometimes have to tap into my own funding and help these individuals to pursue their case. Most cases require you to put in a certain process. So you have to go to court, you have to file all of these paperwork and things like that. And most people, due to the fact that we are dealing with a low-income community, most people don't have the funding to pay for these things. So I assist a lot of people and I use my own funding. So what I'm doing today is asking the community to help me help the community. If you know someone who is going through a situation, they may be in a mental institution, you may not know what to do, there's a process that you can help get those people out. They may be incarcerated and have no family members to help tend to them with letters, commissary, and things like that. We can help those people out. We give letters, we do services, referrals, and things like that. We also are challenging you guys to basically build the capacity for change in the year 2020. That's our ultimate goal. I can't do everything myself, all by myself, so I need your help, community. We have to basically build the capacity for change for 2020 and beyond, all right? So with that being said, what we ask of most people to do is go down to the Michigan Baptist Church. You see this young lady right here who's standing on the feet that is outside of the trailway, basically, of the Michigan Baptist Church in that area. You'll see the footprints going down Michigan Baptist Church. And so what we do is our rites of passage is we have the children, adults, it can be, people of our community to go down here and just put their feet on the footprint, basically, of what we consider to be our ancestors' trail that they took to freedom, all right? And these feet represent that. So that's just basically our rites of passage to the community, that we're asking them to step up, do something. If you know something, say something. Speak up and speak out, because by you not saying something makes you just as guilty as the perpetrator. All right? So we have to remember that. Our job is to make sure that the next generation does not have to carry on this ball that has been basically thrown in our laps. All right? And that's why I'm here. So please, please, please feel free to donate to our GoFundMe page. This is the information right here. We're asking that, like I said, you help us with, people, help us assist people, the constituents who are facing incarceration or incarcerated, who are in mental health institutions, and most importantly, we advocate for children and families affected by CPS. CPS has been a major issue in the community. Most people don't know that they are involved in sex trafficking. They are involved with abuse of the children. A lot of children have been murdered in their custody, and for some reason they have been allowed to come into our homes and take our children away from us. And we cannot allow that any longer, okay? So what I do is I advocate for people in those type of situations as well, because most of us don't know what to do when we are caught up in that type of situation, all right? So in order for me to be able to advocate for these people in full capacity, I need a little bit of help, guys. Like I said, I'm doing this out of my pocket, from the kindness of my heart. I don't charge a dime. I don't charge a thing. So the least that I could do is ask for some assistance from the community to help me be able to continue to help these people. Because, I have a family of my own to feed. And, sometimes this is a crazy situation right now. We're dealing with the pandemic and COVID-19 and things like that. So we're just asking for a little bit of assistance. Show us a little bit of love, you know what I'm saying? And whatever you donate will be blessed tenfold, definitely. So we thank you for your participation in that. But what I want to do is right now get down to the nitty-gritty, okay? And let you guys know exactly why I'm here today. I'm here today to speak to you guys about certain issues that has been going on in the city of Buffalo. Many of you may not be familiar with it, but we have issues as far as jobs, police brutality and things like that. And a lot of these issues are because of our politicians that we have now set in place. So it's options that we can take. We either get rid of those people or we work those people to our fullest capacity, because at the end of the day we have to know that we are the constituents. We hold the weight, okay? They work for us and we don't work for them. Woo! Wake up, wake up, wake up! You better know it. Like I said, they work for us and we don't work for them. So you have to know that, and you have to have the confidence to tell these people that this is my tax-paying dollars, all right? I pay your salary, and you're going to do as I say. We have no time to be asking for anything anymore, especially when we know we have documentation and proof that these things are entitled to us, all right? So we cannot keep asking for things that we know we are entitled to, because it is our right to demand those things, all right? But a lot of times we don't know the rules, we don't know the regulations, we don't know the laws. So therefore, this is why a lot of things get kind of thrown over our head, all right? We're not paying attention. And it's not that we're not paying attention, we just don't have the knowledge of the things that we're entitled to and what's going on. So that's why I'm here. Now, for most of you who don't know me, my name is Chantel. Some know me as Miss Recycle. Some of you may know me and some of you may not. I also have a mascot, Infinity Recycle, where we do birthday parties, we do gatherings, and we just make education fun. So what we do is we teach about recycling, we teach about the ocean, environment, things like that, and if you have an idea that you would like to bring forth, we can create that image for you and make it fun. So remember, learning is always fundamental, especially when you're dealing with Missy. So let me get to the agenda. Now, first of all, we want to get to the topic of regarding the apprenticeship, all right? So the reason why that I'm here today is to present an issue regarding the apprenticeship law as it pertains to the city charter of Buffalo, New York. Now, some of you guys may not be familiar with the charter, all right? The charter is rules and regulations that the city has to abide by, all right? They make these laws. They make these so that ordinance can be set in place, okay? So that we can make sure that we're getting our fair share, the constituents' rights are being held up to the most of their capabilities, all right? So this one right here is about the apprenticeship law, all right? And the apprenticeship training program basically is what the whole issue is about, all right, with this charter, okay? The city is not upholding to this law, and the law basically says, pursuant to New York State Labor Law 816-B, the city of Buffalo hereby requires all contractors and subcontractors entering into any construction contract with the city of Buffalo to have established apprenticeship agreements appropriate for the type and scope of work to be performed under the contract that has been approved by New York State Commissioner of Labor. Construction contract shall mean any contract which involves construction, reconstruction, improvement, rehabilitation, installation, alterations, renovations, demolitions, or otherwise providing for any building, facility, or physical structure of any kind with a value in excess of $100,000. All right. All contractors and subcontractors entering into any construction contracts with the city of Buffalo, as defined in subsection G1 above, shall make every effort to employ apprentices that reside in the city of Buffalo. Wake up, wake up, wake up! Did y'all just hear what I said? Now, these jobs are supposed to go to the residents in the city of Buffalo. Above shall make every effort to employ apprentices that reside in the city of Buffalo. Okay? So that means you. That means me. We're supposed to be the ones getting these jobs first before anyone else gets these jobs. But first you have to know the process of getting the jobs. First it has to be advertised. First it has to be, you have to be notified. And that's one of the major problems. We are not getting this information. We do not know what we're entitled to because they're not telling us. And that right there is another major problem, because you can't expect for your oppressor to tell you what's going to get you out of your oppressive state. All right? That's insanity for you to even think that. So now it is your job, all right? Because ignorance of the law is of no excuse, right? So now it is your job to make sure that you research these things. It is your job to make sure that you know these things, all right? It is very, very important. Now, the Workforce Development and Diversification Apprenticeship training program is basically something that they basically developed to train you for the job through your Section 3 program, all right? Or through the unions, okay? And to make sure that you are ready for whatever job comes up that's attached to this money, all right? And they're not doing their job. So that's number one. I just want you guys to be familiar with what's going on. And all of these things will be on my page, Chantel Franklin, Recycle the Knowledge, so that you can, so that you can obtain this information on your own, because it's very, very important, like I said, for you to do your own research. So always remember that. Do your own research. I can tell you whatever under the sun. I can show you as many papers as I want to. But it's nothing like doing the research yourself so that you know that you're accurate, so that I'm accurate. The information that you're receiving is accurate, all right? So now that's number one. That's the apprenticeship laws, all right, that they have been clearly violating since 2006, I believe they were created. So now, let's speed it up a notch. In 2020, all right, 929, Common Council unanimously approved permission to enter into an intermunicipal agreement with BMHA. So now let me explain a little bit of that to you, right? This is the agreement that they entered, the city of Buffalo entered with the Buffalo Municipal Housing, all right? So this agreement basically states that permission to enter an intermunicipal agreement with Buffalo Municipal Housing Authority. The City of Buffalo, City and the Buffalo Municipal Housing Authority, BMHA, request permission to enter into the attached intermunicipal agreement. Several city departments of the city will provide new and existing services to BMHA for a fee. All right? Now y'all get that? Y'all get that? For a fee. Now the fees include garbage disposal, community-based policing, payroll services, diversity training, environmental review, human resource / civil service, and management information services. A fee is calculated based on estimated hours spent and includes employee salary. Now pick this one. Fringe. I said fringe, wake up. Fringe agreed upon operating costs and an administrative collaboration between the two entities. So now what this means is, you understand what this means? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Put your pinkies up for me. Put your pinkies up, okay, ladies? Because this is not mainly for you, but there is a piece in here, I don't even think I have it with me, that is attached to the women minorities, okay, who are entitled to get these jobs as well. But let me break this down for you right here. Now, this means that the City of Buffalo has entered into an agreement with Buffalo Municipal Housing to do their maintenance work, all right? And maintenance work, garbage work, they're covering everything. The the diversity training. So now it's the the self-sufficient programs and things like that the Buffalo Municipal Housing was supposed to provide. All of this is now being handed over to the City of Buffalo. And on top of that, Buffalo Municipal Housing has to pay a fee for these services from the City of Buffalo, which makes no sense to me at all, because if you had the money to pay the City of Buffalo to do these jobs, then you have the money to now pay one of us to do these jobs, who is supposed to have first dibs on them. We're supposed to have first dibs on the jobs. This is federal money, HUD money that they're using. Oh, where the HUD money at? Oh my goodness. Shout out to Mac, all right? The HUD money. Where the HUD money at? You want to know where it at? Where it is? Excuse me? Shout out to Vicky. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You want to know where the HUD money at? The HUD money is now going to the City of Buffalo to do the maintenance and whatever else for Buffalo Municipal Housing. Now, they're paying, let's break it down, y'all. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. How much is this going to cost? You guys want to know how much is this going to cost us taxpayers, federal dollars that should be going to the community? It's going to cost us $700,000. All right? It's going to cost us $700,000, and they have entered a 3-year term, a 3-year agreement, equaling up to $700,000 per year, about $750,000 towards the 3rd year. All right? Now, this money right here is basically being taken away from the residents. It's being taken away from your MBEs. All right? It's being taken away from the residents, because this is money that, first of all, your MBEs should be entitled to. If they are a contractor and they can do any one of these jobs, there's supposed to be an open bid. An open bid for these individuals to bid on this job so that they can get this $300,000 for the garbage disposal. Hold on. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We talking garbage disposal. I could have got that contract. Okay? Recycle. I could have got that contract, y'all. But one of y'all could have got the maintenance. Come on, let's break this down. Accounting. How many people in the hood and went to school for accounting and cannot find a job? All right? You cannot tell me that they are willing to give this money to the city of Buffalo to perform duties that their residents and their community-based members can do. All right? And if you do not have the skills set to do it, they are supposed to train you. They are supposed to train you. All right? Through the workforce development. They're supposed to help you get your MWBEs. They are supposed to help you get your financing. They're supposed to help you do everything that you need to do to get yourself put in a situation where you are, first of all, self-sufficient, and second of all, able to perform these duties, all right, to get these jobs, because they need your minority participation. Without your minority participation, the job is not supposed to start, and they're not even supposed to get that money. So now we have to make sure that they are upholding the law. These are laws that they created, all right? These are laws that they created, and we cannot allow them to break it, because guess what? If you break the law, wake up, wake up, wake up. If you break the law, what you think they're going to do? They're going to penalize you to the fullest extent, all right? And by you not knowing the law, shout out to Vicky. By you not knowing the law, all right, they're going to penalize you even further, because what did I say? Ignorance of the law is of no excuse. You had no excuse to be going before that judge, all right, and not knowing your laws, not knowing your rights, not knowing your amendments, because what you don't know will be used against you, just like whatever you say. It will be used against you. So now you need to know what to fight for and how to fight for it. So now let's move on, all right? So now we discovered how much they're getting for these jobs, okay? So now let's figure out who are these jobs supposed to be going to. We already discovered that. The residents, the MBEs, the minorities who reside within the community, and it says it right here on this Section 3 pamphlet, all right? The Section 3 pamphlet basically lets you know that any resident 18 years and older who reside in Erie or Niagara County and meets the income criteria, all right? So if you meet the income criteria, you don't even have to reside. Look at that, look at that, look at that. You see that? You don't even have to reside within municipal housing. All you have to do is meet the criteria, all right? And you are eligible for the job. So that means if you receive food stamps, if you receive Medicaid, if you're low income, you live in the projects, you qualify. If you receive heat, all right? Wake up, wake up, wake up. You qualify. These are your jobs to help you get off of the system. This is what it was set up for, supposedly, to help us get off the system, not to have us dependent on the system. Okay, guys? This is one thing that I want you guys to understand. All right? Now, through this Section 3 program, through this Section 3 program, you will also see that it gets you prepared, ready to work. All right? Now, what is ready to work? Ready to work. Excuse me, it's in small print. I need my glasses. Ready to work list contains the names of Section 3 residents available for work in the construction field. So this means that your name is going to go on the list. Once you go and apply for this Section 3 program, which you can apply through, I believe it is Langfield, but you can also contact 311 to see exactly where it is you have to go to apply for this Section 3 program, because this is for you, to help get you up out the projects, to help get you off of welfare, to get you off of food stamps, Medicaid, and heat. All right? We shouldn't have to need those things, but we do, because they have us in a povertized state. All right? We're in poverty, and we shouldn't be, because look at all this money out here. Over $700,000 is being used on these projects, and any project over $100,000 has to have the minority participation. So they're getting 6 times the money, 7 times the money that they're, normally get, and you're not getting anything. Anything. That's a shame. We can't keep going for that. So basically, let me see. So, Section 3, it differs from the Minority Business Enterprise, Women Business Enterprise programs. So, Section 3 is both race and gender neutral. The preference provided under this regulations are based on income level and residencies. And that's just it. This information will be on my page, so if you guys want to view it any further, I'll make sure I have all this information available for you, okay? I just want to go through it really briefly and, you know, as quickly as possible because I know it's late, but these things were on my mind. I just had to kind of give you guys some information and let you know what's going on because I've been fighting this issue. Me and my partner have been fighting this issue for a very, very long time, all right? And they're trying to ignore it. They're trying to go around it and avoid it. And instead of giving us what we deserve, they want us to beg for it. They want us to damn near die to get it. And we're not going to have that. We're not going to see that happen. So I want to make as many people aware as possible so that we can work together. We can work apart. It doesn't matter. I just need people out here on the streets, on their foot, doing something about this situation because if we don't do anything, nothing will ever be done, all right? The next generation will be fighting for the same thing that was set in place in 2006, and we don't want that. So people who are on the Section 3 list, you get a job, like I said, through these companies that they have made an agreements with. And through these companies, you get what they call prevailing wage. So with prevailing wage, okay, you're not gonna believe this. Prevailing wage, you get hourly rates looking like this. You get hourly rates looking like this, okay, through prevailing wage. And prevailing wage basically is government contracting, and prevailing wage is defined as the hourly wage, usually benefits and overtime, paid to the majority of the workers, laborers, and mechanics within the particular area. This is usually the union's wage, okay? So now, this is what they're saying. If you're in a union, right, you get, say if you get $50 an hour, $54 an hour, like I was just showing you. One of these jobs right here, you get, I'm going to show you this one. $110 an hour, $136 an hour, $163 an hour, What? You better wake up. Wake up. This don't make no sense. They get all this money that's supposed to be going to us in the community, the people, the residents, all right? And we're getting none of it. Now, if you're in a union, all right, the union takes a portion of that money for your dues, your medical, or whatever. But if you're not in the union, which fortunately I was not, all right, when you're not in the union, you get your full pay. So that means this whole $100 an hour goes to you in your check. It doesn't get deducted only for your taxes if you choose not to file exempt. All right? This goes to you. Now, the union, if you were in a union, the union would get a portion of this. So you would say, if you're getting paid $110, you would probably be bringing in $60 an hour, $70 an hour, because the union would get the rest going towards your dues and your medical expenses. All right? But right now, listen, they got us in the pool where we're getting nothing. We're getting nothing. And then a lot of us get hired for these jobs, right? Just for our minority status because they want to use us. And then they don't even give you the right pay. They'll bring you on a job that you know you're supposed to be getting, that they know you're supposed to be getting over $100 or $50, $60 for, all right? And they're giving you $30. They're giving you $20, if that, because they know you don't know the laws, you don't know the rules. So your laborers, which should be getting paid, right here it says servers, a servicer. Where is it? Helper. Helper is your laborers. The helper is the laborers. Do you see how much the helpers is getting? $69.25 an hour, $79.75 an hour, $95.25 an hour. Depending on the hours you work, the days and things like that, you get paid more money. Now this doesn't make sense to me, y'all. It's not adding up. Can it be that our politicians are just that greedy that they're not even willing to give you a freaking kibble or a bit? And we shouldn't have to be begging for it. Let us move on. Now once again, wake up, wake up, wake up. I just want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Miss Recycle, Middleton Recycle. We also have the Stand Up Buffalo, New York Challenge, where we're asking people to donate to our worthy cause. What we do is we help people and assist them in all types of issues. I work with housing, I work with judicial. If you're having an issue with education, you know, I don't know it all. Like I said, I'm not a lawyer, but I did study on a lot of these topics, so I am very familiar with the law, and if I can't help you personally, I can guide you in the right direction. But what we're asking for you guys to do is to help me, help us, help someone else, because you have a lot of people out here who are struggling due to this situation, due to us not being able, all right, to get the proper jobs. You have a lot of people who are getting incarcerated. You have a lot of people who are going through mental issues and are really going through mental breakdowns. I'm telling you, I've been there. I've been there. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It stole all my ideas, y'all. Y'all know it. Whoever know me know I've been recycling since I was 10. Okay? I present my idea to the city, and what they do to me, they took it, they used it, abused it, and tried to abuse me. Left me out, didn't hire me. I mean, it was just promises that they did not keep, okay? And it's crazy because they could have just tossed me, at that time, any type of loan. And I would have took it and went on my way and handled my business. But instead, they chose to milk me for all my ideas, promise things that they were not willing to give, just to get information out of me, only to leave me out here struggling. So they thought, or whatever. But I had to find my own way. I had to create my own self. I had to create my own business. I had to go forth with my ideas and my, endeavors. Even though I was told, too far-fetched. Wake up, wake up! They're going to tell you your ideas are too far-fetched because they know some good ideas. So instead of them helping you pursue them, what do? They take them and they use them and abuse you too. And I don't want to see that happen to you guys, okay? So this is why I'm telling you, like, I need your help so that I can help someone else. This is very, very important. Most people don't have family to tend to them while they are in prison. Most people don't have people to send them letters. Most people don't have anyone to advocate for them on their behalf. So they're stuck in jail without the capability of paying bail, not knowing what to do. A lot of people die in there because they cannot make bail, and their bail is only $100. All right? So now, I'm just asking you to just dig deeper to your heart, and you can dig even deeper into your pockets if you can, and help me help someone else, and you will be blessed tenfold. Believe that. So now, and thank you. What's up, what's up, what's up? Shout out to Vicky. Wake up. So now, let's get back to business. So our next topic, basically, our next issue, all right, on our list is, we talked about the Section 3. So now after that, basically, comes the bids. The residents are supposed to, like I said, have first access to the bids and things like that. And all of those things are listed in your Section 3 program policy, all right? It's always good to have the policies. When you're dealing with these companies and these organizations and these corporations and things like that, excuse me, you always want to have their policies in front of you. Read them, study them, because they will use everything that you don't know against you. Believe it. Been there, done that. So now we have the policies for the Section 3 program. And I'm not going to read this all to you because it's very, very thick, as you see. It's a lot of pages, but it's very informative. So I encourage you to, like I said, all these things will be on my page. So you can go and look and review them whenever you like, and copy them and paste them, share them. Please, please, please like, share, and comment. But yeah, you can view these things all on my page, or you can go to their websites. Actually, I'm going to have everything listed on my page, so you can go and get this information, because like I said, I want you to read it for yourself, because the way I interpret it, you may not interpret it the same way. All right? But in this one right here, Section 3 program, I just want to break this down to you. right here as far as the Section 3, you have the conducting compliance review before the award of assistance. Now this is very, very important, because this is letting you know that before any contract is awarded, wake up, wake up, wake up! Before any contract is awarded, Section 3 compliance reviews may be conducted before the award of contract, and especially where the Section 3 director has reasonable grounds to believe that the recipient or contractor will be unable or unwilling to comply with the requirements in the program. He got the rules. They wrote the rules that they breaking. How long are we going to continue to allow these people to break their own rules and not penalize them for it? Okay? Byron Brown has been in office since 2006. And what has he really done for us? He actually made an executive order, all right, regarding these things. And that was due to a lot of our work. That was due to a lot of our work. Me and my partner worked very, very hard on these issues. We studied. We basically found so many flaws in the system, to where as though he made an executive order to make sure that these things would be upheld. And then after he makes the executive order, what does he do? Bam! He gives him a waiver. Wake up! Wake up, wake up, wake up! He gives the contractors a waiver, all right, allowing them not to use us, not to hire us. Now, this is just basically unheard of. So now you're basically making a, what is it? You're making, okay, you made the law, so now you're making a clause to your law that you made in order for you to go around the law that's set in place. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me, but these are the type of games that they will play with you. If you don't know the rules and regulations, like I said, they will get over on you, all right? So now I want you to, oh, please, please, please go to my page, Chantel Franklin, and research these things. I'm going to have all of these things available for you guys so that you can see them for yourself, okay? We are being bamboozled, all right? They're using us for our poverty, just disenfranchisement. It's just sad. It's sick. They're pimping us for our poverty money. You know, it's like they're getting rich off of our hardships. And it's not fair. It's not fair to us, and it's not fair to our children who are the future. All right? So we have to make sure that these things are not allowed to happen, guys. We have to make sure that these things are not allowed to happen, guys. Now you got the waiver right there. You have the apprenticeship training program contractor bid submission. So now all of these things are set in place for them to have to do. All right? All of these things are set in place for them to have to do. This is what I was referring to earlier, ladies. Ladies, ladies, ladies. Wake up, wake up, wake up. We have the chapter 96-13, Minority Female and City Resident Workforce Goals, City and State Funded Contracts. Do y'all hear me? City and state funded contracts, and you fall into the federal contract too. You understand me? What is going on here? We have all of these resources that are available for us to succeed, but for some reason we are not given these opportunities, guys. Something has to be done about this. We cannot sit around and allow the city of Buffalo to do us like this, because you know what? The crime rate is going to go up, and so is the death rate. We cannot afford to lose any more of our people, guys. I love y'all. I love y'all. And I want y'all to know that I cannot fight this battle by myself. I need your help. So if you are in need of a job, I need you to press this issue. If you are a female and you want to do construction, if you want to open up your own contract construction company, If you want to be a contractor, I advise you to tap into this. If you and your family, your husband, it could be a family business. It can be, you could be a sole proprietor, do whatever you want to do. LLC, it doesn't matter to me. They are supposed to help you do it. If you just want a job, they are supposed to help you do it. Do you understand me? So I need you guys to focus on follow the money. Put it like that. Let's follow the money. These are the procedures. Contract bid submission. This is the procedures. Okay? Let's follow the money. Follow the money. You know where you hit them at? You know where you hit them where that's going to hurt them? In their pockets. Just like they hitting us. Ain't we hurting? Are we hurting? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Are we hurting? So now you got to make them hurt. Make them hurt, all right? And hit them where it hurts. You have to hit them in their pockets. They're getting over $700,000 for these contracts, all right? We are entitled to get something. We better get it. We better get it or we ain't going to have nothing at all. And our children ain't going to have nothing to look forward to in the future. We are supposed to be able to create a business and turn it over to our children. But we can't. We can't because we're being hindered. We're being hindered, and it's not fair. And yes, I get upset. I get very emotional when it comes to these things because it's sad. I look at how my father was treated, how my grandfather was treated. And then I joined this field, and then I feel exactly what they felt because I was treated the same way. I was treated the same way, and I'm a female, minority, double minority. All right, so they get double for hiring me. And I was treated the same way. They didn't even give me my own bathroom until I requested it, knowing I was supposed to have it. They will treat you any type of way on those jobs if you do not know your rights. I didn't know that I was supposed to have a bathroom until I went through all of these things and started reading and researching and like, okay, hold on. It's supposed to be at an actual work setting. If they are male and female bathrooms in an actual work setting, then that's how it is supposed to be on these construction jobs. Whether you're working inside or out. If you have females on the job, there's supposed to be a separate bathroom. All right? And they didn't tell me that. I had to discover those things on my own. And they had me using the male bathroom for a really long time until I said, I can't do this anymore. I'm not using the male bathroom. So I used to walk all the way to KFC. I was working at Kensington Heights on Kensington and Fillmore. Asbestos abater, baby. What's up, what's up, what's up? Shout out to the outdoor center because they made it happen. They made it happen for me. That changed my life. I got a job for $50 an hour. Prevailing Wage. $50 an hour, and I made it happen and started my own company. I didn't need the city anymore to help me. Didn't need them in the beginning. I wanted to collaborate on the, city and neighborly type thing. But that's all a hoax. There's no city and good neighbors. Please. Bad neighbors if you ask me. But anywho, they gotta excuse me. I get real emotional sometimes. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Because I'm here to wake y'all up. I'm here to wake y'all up. I can't do this all by myself. Okay? And I'm so glad that we have more people out here participating. Now, what was? Let me give a shout out to Nate Boyd. Yeah, I need y'all to help me fight on these job issues. Shout out to Nate Boyd. I need you to help me fight on these job issues. It's all good you going after BMHA. That's excellent. Clean them up. Make them do what they're supposed to do for the residents in its totality. We need to get these residents some jobs so that they don't have to live in BMHA and have to worry about the rats and the mice and the roaches and the bed bugs. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Taniqua Simmons. What's up, what's up, what's up? Shout out to Vicky. That's my girl. I love her, y'all. Yes. Yes. It's all good that you're pushing the, clean up the environment. Because that's my thing. Love it. Been there. Done that. All right? But we have to push forth on these job issues. Because if we had a job, the proper job that was paying prevailing wage, guess what? We can buy a house. We can buy the land. And we wouldn't have to worry about begging a man. Do you understand me? Now that's what you call eliminating the gentrification. Now, you want to talk about some real solutions for the problems that we are having? Missy Recycle is here today, okay? I'm going to talk about the solution and not just the problem. I'm going to tell you what the problem is, and I'm going to give you a solution. You can come up with your own solution as well. That's what we need. That's a meeting of the minds, baby. Every Sunday, you better know it. Wake up and smell the coffee, because that's what we got to do. I'm about to spill these coffee beans. Now, let's get it moving. Now, okay, I showed you about the bids. I showed you how they're doing all of the manipulating of the system and things like that. Now, I got to show you guys about, when I say, where the money? Track that money. Track that money. What this say? Follow that trail, baby. Follow that trail. Paper trail. Follow that trail. Where the money? That's what we want to talk about. Where the money at? Now, if you look right here, City of Buffalo Capital Project obligations as of June 30th, 2017. Bond sales 2012 through 2017. Unaudited total project list. And baby, let me tell you, I can't even sit here and go through all of these numbers for you right now, because I just might throw up. Okay? But I'm going to let you view them. View them. Okay? You see all this money? You see all this money that the residents could be getting? You see this money? Follow the money, baby. Follow the money. That's that paper trail, baby. That's that paper trail. And guess what? They ain't trying to let us get none of this money. They're not trying to let us get none of this money. And it's not up to them anymore. It's not up to them. We have to take the initiative and demand these jobs. And guess what? If we can't get these jobs, look at all this. Look, what? Look at all this. That's your ending total right there. What's that? What? Demand these jobs. Demand these jobs. Because guess what? If you don't, their family members gonna get them. Their cousins gonna get them. You know, we done went to the county council. We have presented this issue to them on several levels, several occasions. Shout out to Nate Boyd. Shout out to Neil Mack. Shout out to, oh my goodness. Oh, Mr. Graham, can't forget your name. That's what's up. Yes, baby. and I'm going to show you a little short clip as to what happened. The things that they promised us, like I said, promises that they don't keep. We can't keep allowing this. We can't keep allowing them to do us like that. But I'm going to give y'all a short little clip as to what happened when we went to the Common Council's office. This was, what, 2016? Take a look.
It's just item 20. This is just item 20.
Yeah.
Table item 20.
The motion is to take item number 20 from the table, seconded by Mr. Wyatt, who has the floor.
And thank you, Mr. Chair. We have one person that wants to speak on this item, and I just wanted to be clear why we put this item on the table, on the floor. And this is, an item that we saw Mr. Brown, Gillian Brown, come over and take over VMHA, and we wanted to give him an opportunity to go in and fix some of the issues. So we wanted to have this as a opportunity to strengthen what he's trying to do, if it needed.
Give me 1 second. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. But this is just the meeting that we had with the Common Council, and we were presenting. And that's Habib.
This is the table, seconded by Mr. Fontana.
The table. Item 20. Let's see this one. Yeah. It's just item 20. This is just item 20.
Yeah, I believe so.
Item 20.
The motion is to take item number 20 from the table, seconded by Mr. Wyatt, who has the floor.
And thank you, Mr. Chair. We have one person that wants to speak on this item, and I just wanted to be clear why we put this item on the table, on the floor. talk about it. We haven't decided. I know this is something that the council president would actually have to appoint those individuals. But at this time, we didn't see that this need. We know that Mr. Brown continues to work through issues. We know it's still been a rocky road, but we certainly, because when we told him that we were putting this on the table, we told him we were doing it, we told him why, and we wanted to be fair to give him an opportunity to address some of the issues. So we do know we have one person that wants to speak on item. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. If you could just state your name and where you live for the record, please.
James Johnson, in the city of Buffalo. Basically, I think this item on the agenda, and I felt it needs to be the voice to be given. Today I'm here with various individuals who are representative of the BMHA establishment or whatever, and speaking to them and having different conversations with them, learning issues and problems. I felt like me and Wyatt, we spoke earlier about having a conversation, building a platform in which we can get a lot of things done. There's been a lot of things in the media, in the ordering function, that we can really get some maintenance and hire immediately, just hire them. Thank you, Mr.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Boyd.
I'm a community activist. I'd like to thank Mr. Wyatt for bringing about this intention of this task force. A couple of questions on it. How are the people going to be appointed on it? Who are you considering? Hopefully they're not going to be a part of BMHA, since BMHA is the issue. The gentleman spoke earlier, he spoke about, I believe he was talking about Merrimack at large out there in Langfield, Kenfield, being on that task force. I'm also wondering, are you going to find these people from outside of current city government? I mean, there's various people. I mean, Joe Marshall was the former commissioner. I'm sure he could be very effectual in researching some of these issues. I know Nate Perry has been very consistent and hard on the problems in BMHA. I would think that he would be very helpful on that task force. The main issue is, hopefully, we would not, like I say, get an extension of BMHA or, no disrespect, or the city either at this point. That it would really be independent, because if you do independent, then you show people that you are seriously on the right road to getting what these residents need. Okay?
Have any concerns with BMHA management, housing and rental issue? I will be the liaison between any BMHA departmental situation, whether it's maintenance, housing, certain resident services, and also activating some of those standing committees, and the ADVEC committee, like the health and safety committee that we're trying to activate at this moment with our epilepsy foundation. I'm wearing different hats right now. I'm disabled, okay? I have epilepsy, full-blown epilepsy. I'm representing the disabled people of Buffalo, New York, right? Okay, now when you come down to the Texas, I'm representing the people in BMHA who are disabled, underprivileged, and disadvantaged dogs. So I'm also resident, and I'm also represented. So I'm talking from the inside out. Now, we spoke about the training. As a newly elected official, I requested training. I've never received this training request back. I went through the policy and procedure. Everything I've done went through policy and procedure. And within the bylaws of BMHA and the tenant council bylaw. Speaking of that, I was elected November 27th. The very next day, I requested from the tenant council president and commissioner every bylaw, all the information that I needed to conduct and be productive in my position. I never received those things. I had to attempt, after 10 attempts, with written requests, documentation, after a picture of everything that I'm speaking.
All right. That was just a brief segment of our video from the common guys a little bit about, you know, what we as a community can do when we come together, okay? We all got together, we went to the Common Council, we presented our issues, and, you know, they haven't been solved as of yet, but we're working on getting them solved. That was a start. You know, you have to put these things in writing. You have to get paperwork on these things. You have to get a paper trail so that these things can be documented. Because if nothing is done now, at this point in time, the city can't say that they didn't know. All right? When you don't report these issues, the entities can say, oh, well, you know, nobody never told us. We didn't know. We didn't get a complaint from the constituents. Because without a constituent complaint, the entity cannot go forth with an investigation. I had to learn that. You can call all day long to that 311 and all that mess doesn't mean anything. You have to go to the city clerk. City clerk documents it in the file, and it has to be taken care of within a certain amount of time. So that's with anything. Once you put something in writing, that entity has to respond to you within a certain amount of time. All right? So that's why I say do a complaint. You know, file a motion. Do something. Put it in writing so that you're heard. When you go to court, you can't just get up to the judge and say, excuse me, they shutting you down. Because it has to be in writing. If you want to do a motion, you can do a verbal motion at some point in time, but it holds more weight when you do it in writing. So this is just what I want to kind of let you guys know. We have some big serious issues going on here, guys, in the city of Buffalo. And like I said, wake up, wake up, wake up. Can't do it all by myself. I need your help. So I'm asking you once again, I'm giving a shout out to my sponsors, Midland Recycle. Yes, where we recycle everything. All of your unwanted items. Please, please, please don't throw anything away. If you need help recycling this stuff, give me a call. Inbox me today. All right? And we're also doing a GoFundMe for our initiative. We are servicing people who do not have the capabilities of paying for certain services, such as commissary, legal fees, things like that. We are assisting people with daily issues. If you want to become an entrepreneur and you don't know what to do or how to go about doing it, we will help you do that as well. Because that's one thing that we are also helping people with self-sufficiency. These organizations are not doing it, so sometimes you have to create your own self-help groups. Shout out to Mary Talbert, baby, that's right. Wake up, wake up, wake up. One of my inspirations, honey. You have to sometimes, like she did, she created the women's movement, all right? The Phyllis Wheatley Club. And what it was a group of women who all came together. They were all of intellectual minds, all right? They came together and they helped the community. So you had some nurses, you had some secretaries, you had some doctors, you had some writers, you had some authors, things like that. They all came together collectively, created a plan to help the issues that were going on in the community, and lynching was definitely one of them, all right? And don't sleep, y'all. They still lynching us. They still lynching us, all right? You've seen the Breonna Taylor, you've seen the George Floyd, you've seen, all these other issues that's going on. I can go Tremaine Gaines, I can, the list can go on, baby. We'll be here all day, me trying to name Trayvon Martin and all these names that has gotten their lives taken, cut short due to the police brutality, all right? And that's because we don't know our laws on that. They uphold the Constitution, and that's what they are supposed to uphold, but they're not. So this is why we put this together to help people, help us help them, people. And I'm telling you, your donation will be blessed tenfold, because what you help me do for someone else is definitely going to be a blessing from the Most High to you. I am out here helping people as much as I can, and I am doing it with my own funding. So I need the help from someone like you, the community, a philanthropist, anyone who is willing to help me help someone else with their issues. CPS, like I said, is just trying to run over the black community. They're trying to steal our children and sell them on the black market, along with their organs. We cannot keep allowing these things to happen. But if you don't know who to call when CPS comes knocking at your door, what are you going to do? I'm telling you, call me. I am going to help you. And I don't charge a fee. I don't charge a fee. My services are free. So that's why I'm asking the community to help me raise funds so that I can stay afloat. So when that person calls me in the middle of the night and says, Chantel, I need you to come bail me out. I need you to go find my mama. I need you to put some money on my book so that I can at least make a phone call. That's very important. Okay? We have to stay in contact with our peoples. We have peoples going to the mental institution, and they're stuck in there because they have no one to speak for them. People don't know the process. All right? So I'm here to help you. I'm here to teach you as well and encourage you to learn for yourself. Educate yourself on these issues so that you won't have to call me. You won't have to call me unless you need a question, unless you need some advice or something. Like I said, I am not a lawyer. I am an advocate, and I will advocate for you. But I need your help. So now with that being said, please feel free to donate to my GoFundMe. All proceeds goes into our program to help us help someone else, all right? And whatever issues that you are having, please feel free to contact me, inbox me, all right? Call me. I am here for you, and this is my information. Now, I'm going to keep this short and brief, y'all. I have another video that I want to show you guys, just to give you a kind of overview as to how we do it, how the process goes. You put your complaint into the Common Council. It has to be in, I believe, by Thursday, no later than Thursday, 2 o'clock. It has to be in order for it to go to the meeting, the next meeting, all right, which would be a week, I guess something like 2 weeks or every 2 weeks or something like that. But you can get the schedule. I'm still trying to keep up with it myself because they like to switch up, you know what I'm saying? 1 minute the meeting is at 10, the next thing is at 2, and they never notify you. So you have to keep up with the schedule of the Common Council meeting so that you'll know which meetings to attend. They have different boards, so you want to know which boards you want to attend to, which information you're seeking, and ask questions. If you have any questions, call the city clerk. Not 311, where they claim one job does it all. That's a lie. It's good to call. You can call first and make your complaint, but always get your tracking number, all right? Whenever you call 311, you always get your tracking number, and after you get off the phone with 311, I need you to call city clerk or email the city clerk the same complaint that you made to 311. So now it's going into a file. It's going into a database once it goes to the city clerk. It doesn't go into a database once it goes to 311, but their computer database, that's it. It's not going to the city records. When it's sent to the city clerk, it goes into the city records, and they have a certain amount of time to answer that complaint. They have a certain amount of time to fix whatever problem or issue it is that you are having, all right? City property consists of the sidewalks, the streets and things like that. You need to know this, because if you're coming across an issue with a sidewalk, a driveway, or whatever, certain areas, it's city property and they have to fix it. So those are the people that you need to complain to, okay? City issue is a city issue. You have state issues, you have federal issues, county issues. So we have to know who to go to in order for us to get the situation handled properly. All right, so now I have another video that I'm going to show you from the Common Council, and it's Habib Johnson exposes the city of Buffalo for not abiding by the diversity law in the city charter.
Before you class, so I can get some clarity, because I'm not trying to keep up. People coming back up here, Motion to table?
Motion is to table by Councilmember Rivera, seconded by Councilmember White.
And they love tabling shit.
Creation of new diversity law day.
Items open?
This item is open. We did have someone here to speak on this. I did want to ask Corporation Counsel, with this item here, they're asking about a community diversity law oversight committee. I was hoping maybe that you would be able to explain that this committee can't create that type of a committee, but I believe, I'm not positive, but I believe it's through the council president who can create subcommittees, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, Laura Howard, Assistant Corporation Counsel, that's correct.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you're more than welcome to speak at this committee. Would we, Ms. Howard, would we be better off sending this when we're done with it to the council president requesting for a committee if the individual wants? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what we will end up doing. I don't have authority through this committee to be able to create a committee that you're asking for, but the council president would have that authority to be able to create subcommittees. So after you speak today, that's what we're going to do. We're going to forward it to the council president, and then you would be able to talk to him about trying to put together some sort of a subcommittee. Okay? And if you could state
She had went on a construction site and basically, she asking the individuals there, are they in compliance? They say no, basically. And that's about it. So it's an example that was before, the compliance with, the law. It was supported and it was still a necessity for institution of diversity law oversight.
do you have an extra copy of that? Because if you do,
We still don't have, we have a report, but we haven't finalized that report and shared it. So there's still some things that we have to do to get it to where we want it to be, to make sure that everyone is compliant. I know your partner talked about her experience in going and not people being compliant, even going on some of these sites. But again, we want to be not just reactive, but proactive. And we want to make sure we have all our ducks in a row, have all the information. And as you know from the last meeting, we're going to have some listening sessions as well as talking to actual contractors and some of the barriers and some of the situations. And I think that's really important because it hasn't happened before. I don't think the community has had conversation with developers about some of the barriers in which MBEs or WEs have not been given particular contracts. I think, again, having us have this dialogue and continue to push this envelope will start forcing folks to, recognize that there are individuals who are qualified that in some cases may not have been given opportunity, but we can connect with them with some of the issues that they have on their side. Because again, it's about total transparency. If you're trying to run a game on us, then we're going to figure you out. Because when we start asking those questions and you seem to be insensitive and you haven't made adjustments where we've agreed to make adjustments, then we can hold people accountable. But right now, I can't hold anyone accountable because I haven't had a conversation with them. We know that we have some guidelines that we found out from the last meeting. The city has some requirements, but they're not things that we can enforce. The state can enforce them. The federal government can enforce them. We just have guidelines. So those are a lot of things that we have to look at and continue to explore. But again, I encourage you to continue to be a part of our committee conversation. And as you know, I don't try to sugarcoat stuff. I let you bring. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay. What I would like to say is, in response to what you say, the city charter reads clearly that, the city contractors must have a apprenticeship. You're saying that it's not a mandatory thing?
Well, I'm saying as far as the goals. The goals are just goals. They're not something that we can say we're not going to give you a contract because you haven't met those goals. Because that's what we were disadvised of from council at the last meeting. The state and federal government will not give a contract when you don't meet those goals. They can deny you. We unfortunately can't. And if we do deny someone, they can take us to court. So those are things that I'm learning as well as we all are learning. Some of those requirements maybe some of the barriers in which don't give us the teeth that we need to hold people accountable. But again,
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
bringing MBEs to meet with some of the contractors, developers, so that there's more of a conversation and relationships built, so that we can get some more of these jobs, so that we can have the visible portion of what we're talking about. But again, it's us working diligently, and for,
Whatever. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Did y'all hear what he just said? He doesn't even know his own rules and regulations. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Class, so I can get some clarity because I'm not trying to keep up.
It's still. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Alright? It doesn't make any sense to me at all. He doesn't even know their own rules. They don't even know their own regulations, guys. It's not making any sense to me, okay? So how could you be a member of the Common Council and you don't even know you don't even know the charter. You don't even know your own laws. You don't even know your own rules. He didn't even know what he was talking about. Because if he knew what he was talking about, he knew that they could regulate these things. Because they're federal money, city money that's attached to these jobs for a certain amount. Anything over a certain amount, federal, for example, $100,000, anything over $100,000 coming from federal government has to be attached to the apprenticeships. All right? Not pre-apprenticeships, apprenticeships. He's acting like he doesn't know what he's talking about. As if the apprentices don't have, if the contractors don't have the apprentice that they're supposed to have, they can't do anything about it. That's a lie. It is in the charter. It's right here in the law. Yes, they can. They have collective bargaining agreements with these people. You understand me? That's why I said this is very important, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. If they sit up and act like they don't know, and if you don't know, guess what? Nobody knows. It's a bunch of dummies in a room. Not to be disrespectful to any one of you, I'm not calling you a dummy because you don't know, but that's what they will do, and they will treat you like a dummy. All right? Because like I said again, wake up, wake up, wake up. Shout out to Vicky. Ignorance of the law is of no excuse. Okay? Ignorance of the law is of no excuse. So therefore, I need you guys to buckle down. Y'all got to study this. Y'all got to read this. Y'all have to learn the laws, learn the amendments. Know what you have to do in order for you guys to be able to prosper in this society, okay? Because it's not up to you. Don't let your future, all right, be in the hands of someone else. Don't let them dictate your accomplishments. Don't let them dictate who you are and what you're worth and what you deserve to make and not make, your wages and where you deserve to live and what you deserve to eat. Come on, that's too much control. We cannot allow these people to keep controlling us in this fashion. They're controlling all our money. They're making money off of our hardships. They're making money off of our hardships, and we're not getting anything off of it but death. Death, hunger. In a minute, there's going to be famine. All right? Do you understand me? If we don't do anything about it, they are going to destroy us. They're already coming with the vaccinations. They're coming with this pandemic thing, the COVID. You know, listen, stand for nothing. You are bound to fall for anything. I love you guys. All right? And my whole major goal is to give you guys the knowledge that you need so that you can move forward on your own and succeed. Because like I said, I can't be everywhere at once. I can't. So there's a lot of people out here that I'm unable to help because I cannot be everywhere at once. So that's why I encourage you guys to learn the law for yourself so that you could advocate for yourself in a proper fashion. When you go in court, you have to know how to speak their language. Because you can say one thing and think it means something to you, but it means something totally different to the courts, to that judge and that prosecutor that has your life in their hands, basically. Because most of us are afraid to speak up because we don't know what to say. We don't know what to say. So that's why I say, you guys, you have to really speak up for yourself. You have to put your fears to the side. I'm telling you, if you have the courage within yourself, if you have the confidence, then there's nothing that anyone else can ever tell you. You cannot be afraid if you know you're speaking the truth. The only way you're going to be afraid and stumble if you're not confident about what you're saying. And when you get before that judge, you speak clearly, you speak slowly, you stand up straight with confidence. No, it's not your honor. It's my honor to be here today because I am here to defend myself. I don't need your prosecutors, your public defenders to defend me. And the prosecutors to go in cahoots with the public defender to go against me. You understand me? Most people don't know about putting in an omnibus motion to bring forth your evidence in your case that they have against you. If they cannot bring forth that evidence in that case, then they cannot move forward. You understand me? So there are rules and regulations to this stuff. All right? And I need y'all to wake up and smell the coffee, all right? Ooh, baby, I like it cold. I can drink it all day. Wake up and smell the coffee. I have another video that I want to present to you guys, and then I am going to shut it down. I just had to come to you guys today because I had a lot of things on my mind. You know, I'm going through this. I got some people trying to impersonate me. But it's all good, though, because it lets me know that I inspire people. I can't be mad about a person trying to impersonate me. I mean, due to how they did it. But I have to take those things in stride, all right? Because this is the year of the awakening. So no matter who it is, you know, I can't be mad at them waking up. I can't be mad at them wanting to look like me or talk like me or dress like me or speak like me. Because I'm teaching people these things, right? So quite naturally, your lingo is going to be somewhat like mine. Your appearance may appear to be somewhat like mine. I cannot be upset about those things. So with that being said, you know, love is love. I wish everyone well, all right? I want y'all to focus on the most important things in your life, which should be you, your family, your health, you know, and getting a job, all right? Getting a job so that you can make some good money. I'm going to leave you guys with another video, and I'm going to say peace. Don't forget to recycle, and don't forget to donate. Please, 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 we need your help, and you will be blessed tenfold. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and smell the coffee. Let's spill these coffee beans.
Just little on me and my little, finite mind. I looked up on our city charter the apprenticeship program, of which I believe Mr. Habib is referring to, which is, I don't know if this is section 96-13, but it talks specifically about apprenticeship programs and apprenticeship training programs. Let me just read this one part here. It says, pursuant to New York State labor law, section 816-B, the city of Buffalo hereby requires all contractors and subcontractors entering into any construction contract with the city of Buffalo to have established apprenticeship agreements appropriate for the type and scope of work to be performed under the contract that have been approved by the New York State Commissioner of Labor. And then that was section G. But if you go down to H, it says workforce development and diversification apprenticeship training program. And I believe this is what you are referring to. Okay. So then it gives you clear definitions as to what this worker training program is. And it's a state registered apprenticeship program through New York State Department of Labor that includes the standards that are listed in our city charter. So as far as getting the clarity, I absolutely think that it's absurd that Mr. Johnson has to go through such lengths to get some information. I think that's absurd. And of course, if we promise him transparency and accountability, we should give him just that. In my office in particular, anything that transpires in the Madison District office is open to the public because we don't have any private dealings in the Madison District. So I'm not particularly sure why it's holding up, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to make a request on behalf of Mr. Johnson, and I'm not going to file FOIL. I'm just going to ask for the information, and I'm going to expect to receive the information, and I'll share that information with Mr. Johnson at that point.